Hey, Miss Diana. I hope that we have not confused people because
Oh, we did.
we're still
We did.
YouTube dummies. And I have apparently opened, we're trying to figure out how to get it off. I'm pretty close right there if you want to look through that.
Okay.
I have apparently created two lives. I did not mean to do that. The first one that I created did not pull up with a camera place for us to take our picture. So when I exited out of it, I thought it just deleted it, but it still set it up as a chat. And we're trying to figure out how to delete it because apparently we have two live chats.
Hey, Deanna.
And I don't know how to. Hey guys, I don't know how to get it off. So that's what we're trying to figure out how to do. I have no idea how it set us up on. Did you get it off?
I don't know. I got it unlisted, so we'll see.
So I don't know how we did that.
This is the real chat.
But we are still YouTube dummies, so we're still learning. We've done several live chats before, but I don't know how.
Most of the time.
I don't know how that happened.
Most of the time, I get them set up. Mommy was trying to be a big helper.
I was trying to help, and I don't know.
She got a little crazy.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how
so
that happened.
So if you're on our other Max at 8, leave it and come over here.
That one won't be actually live tonight. Yeah, I don't know how.
Hey, Mary.
Anyway.
Hey, Samson. Hey, having the homestead.
I hope it's not still up, but it may still be up. We were trying to get that off, and that's why
Kentucky
we were
Faith Haven Farm
on just a few minutes late. But anyway.
Yeah, we got.
Hey, what do y'all think about our picture?
Homestead. What, the egg one or the one with the chicken head?
I'm not talking about the egg one. I didn't even select that picture. That's what I'm telling you. I have no idea where that come from. Like, it did not even give me an option to take the picture. Whatever. I don't know.
The next one we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do a YouTube video of how to run a YouTube live. Make sure she watches
to do it.
That was not what we were talking about, but then we realized today we had 2 lives. It's a start. We couldn't figure out how to get it off. So.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Freedom Homestead, how are y'all? All right. So we had a good week and weekend. It's been busy.
It has been busy.
We have been so busy, and then we come back to a farm, and the time change.
See, Golf Mania says I was on the other live waiting. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Golf Mania.
That was totally my fault.
It is totally her fault.
It's totally my fault.
Hey, I got to tell you the story right quick. Ooh. This was not what we were going to talk about tonight, but my wife is a sleeper. I mean, she likes to sleep. She's not a coffee drinker. She's not going to drink coffee. She wants to stay in bed till she can. So here we are.
I have to get up.
Here we are.
This morning, he thinks he's real funny.
I think it's hilarious. This morning, I get up, my normal routine. I usually get up at 4:30, something like that. And so all of a sudden, I'm getting dressed for work, and
see, I'm not the only.
And then I see the bathroom light on, like Misty's up. Now it's like 5:30. It's not even late. Well, she usually goes to the gym around 8-ish, 8:30-ish.
My class starts at 8:30.
Okay, so 8:30. So it's 5:30, and I see the light on. I'm thinking, what is her light on for? Usually I'm like tiptoeing through the house so I won't wake her up. So all of a sudden,
need our beauty sleep.
So all of a sudden I walk in there and I'm like, hey, what are you doing up so early? She was like, I'm just going to the gym. I said, okay.
I have an all ladies class that I do at the gym, and I really enjoy it.
I thought she was just in a good mood this morning and wanted to get up early. So all of a sudden she gets ready, gets the kids up, gets everything set, and all of a sudden she calls me and says, I'm looking at the wrong clock. We didn't set our clocks back. So
okay, go back. Our phones changed, but we got home late yesterday afternoon. So we were gone when the time changed, okay? And then when we flew in yesterday, we threw all of our bags up, was putting up clothes, straightening up the house because we flew out that morning and the house was not clean. So I come home, I was trying to pick up, get everything settled from that. Then we all went out to check on Allie to kind of see where she was. We checked on the pigs. We went around to all the birds to see how they were doing. So, and then we were looking at all the garden stuff, just trying to walk around and check on everything. So then we got in, we got everybody bathed, we got everybody fed.
Hey, Stivers.
And then Colby started working on business stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to bed. So I never even thought to come in the
She
house
was
and
ready.
change clothes. I mean, change clocks.
She was ready.
Our phones changed, but I have like the ladies this morning were laughing at me in class.
Hey, Southern Bless Homestead.
So
hey, Grammy Karen.
Our phones did change, but I use my phone. It has a sound machine on it, and I use it for the baby. So when I got up out of the bed, he was still asleep. So I left the phone there for him, and I was looking at the clocks in the house. Well, I thought
she was on the move.
I was pushing it for my time. I was like, I got to get there on time today. Got to get there on time today. And I was an hour early.
One good thing about her being an hour early, though, is she got to go get all the feed. She got to go pay for our chicks. She got a lot of stuff done.
I actually barely made it because we rolled in on 10 miles to empty.
Yeah.
And so I had to go get gas first.
This trip was a blast, but I tell you, it was funny because we were coming in like on fumes on everything.
Yep.
And you'll see our fifth child, and if y'all were at the Stivers thing, you could hear the one screaming in the background was our fifth child.
Sorry.
He was just.
Well, I do have to say,
sick. He was a little sick.
He got an upper respiratory cold at the nursery. Something. None of our other kids got it, but he has not been immune to very much, so he's going to pick up everything. But anyway, he actually did really good on the way home.
He did great on the actual long drives. What he struggled on was the little small drive that we had from Kentucky to Tennessee.
On the way to the harvest celebration and on the way back. That night was terrible. Don't spill the beans. Y'all have to watch the video.
It was bad though. I'm not gonna lie.
We had y'all just have to watch it to the end.
One quick thing. Samson, I saw you in here, Samson Farms. Man, I want one of those. I need a direct message. I want one of those little honey spoons that you made the other day. I was jealous of Freedom Homestead, so I want one of those. So private message me, or I'm gonna private message you. I want to see if you can make me one of those.
Thank you, Mary. He is adorable. He is adorable.
Thank you, Gosmini. Really I couldn't get that out. But yes, I would love to have one of those. So I'll get with you on that. No, we had a blast though. It was a great time. I had to tell you the little hour story because I thought it's pretty funny. Misty will probably go to bed in like an hour because she'll still think it's up a little bit. So
hey, I changed all the clocks except for the one in our room, which I'll get to in a little while.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though, I was proud of her because I've never seen her get up that early just to get up for the gumption
just
of the
for
day.
the sake of getting up.
For the sake of getting up.
I'll pass.
Yeah, she won't do it again tomorrow. I'll go to work. She'll be out still. So, but anyways, we had a great time hitting on the Stivers Harvest Celebration. We had a blast. Stivers, thank y'all so much for hosting it.
I really enjoyed two things. I really enjoyed the fact that it was really laid back. It was structured and planned out very well, but it was also very laid back. So I really, really enjoyed that. And also the eating together. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was really, I really enjoyed that. I just thought that was great. Now, HOA, I felt like kind of everybody had to go their own separate ways, but everybody bringing food, fixing food, and being able to eat together and kind of fellowship and talk.
Yeah,
I really liked that.
It really was. We had a great time. Met a lot of new people. Wish we could have met them all. It just didn't work out that way, just because there were so many people there. But we had a blast. So we thank y'all. We had a good time. We look forward to it next year.
Yep. Diana at Justice Acres, we were able to talk to her for a long time.
Absolutely.
And they're taking my dream vacation to Alaska, but I don't want to go except for in the summer. I wouldn't be able to withstand the cold. So that's pretty cool.
I'm already starting to yawn. Gosh, this is early in the live and I'm starting to yawn. That's kind of crazy.
No video for us today. My truck broke down. Oh no.
Man. Hey, when I got home, one of my tires were flat. So fun stuff. So fun.
You're right.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it. I thought we had a good time.
It was a very big part of it. I really enjoyed that. Just the being able to eat together. I really enjoyed that.
Well, and again, just even having the soups and chili having one main theme. We've been to other events and had a blast doing them too. But this one, what I liked was everybody kind of sat around, and because of the little mini competition that you had going, it made people want to sit around and talk about it and want to get as much soup and chili as they could. So I really thought it was well thought out. So kudos to Stivers and to Grammy Karen. Y'all did a great event. So beautiful place.
And even y'all, and I told Jennifer this after.
Taco soup was was legit. I thought it was good too.
So I told her this after. When you walked in the front doors, they had different things set up, but
Hey,
over in
Piper.
a corner, they had a whole section for kids, y'all. Coloring books, colors, games.
For a family of 5, that's awesome.
That is very important.
Family
So, all kinds of little goodies for the kids. The vendors had goodies for the kids. Like, I think my kids played with the slime and the notepads and the pens. Like, that was up their alley.
They've never been so excited about health insurance in their life. They were all up in that health insurance booth. They were excited about that health insurance. So.
Yes, but I mean that, like, tell them what you told me when we were eating, what they were saying about what one of them told you about the little notebook.
I don't even know. What are you talking about?
He was telling me when we were eating, he said, I don't remember if you said it was Harley. So Harley, we were walking through all the vendors and she said, hey, Daddy, there's some notebooks right there. And he was like, I see those. And she said, Daddy.
Hey, Don Goff.
Daddy, there's notebooks right there. Like, she wanted one, but they didn't get any. They kept on walking.
They love
journaling and doodling and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I went back through. I had walked out to the bathroom and I spotted them. So I picked one up for each girl. And when I got back to the table, they were like,
they were so giddy.
So I mean, just like the little stuff like that was so thoughtful. It was just all around. It was so good.
I know Freedom Homestead. I don't even think I saw either one of our kids that whole day. They at first they were both like, oh, all day.
Tangy was like, Parker got in the car and crashed.
All the kids had a blast. So I think they hung out outside and you could see them. I like how it was all glass and that you could see the kids. And it was really nice. Really nice.
It turned out, it was really cold that morning, but the weather turned out to be absolutely beautiful. I think it was all around. It was just perfect.
Yes. I had something to talk about. We did change our names really to simple it because
make it a little shorter.
Yeah, because we either get like the Max Family Home Happy Stead, the Happy Max, the Happy Family Homestead Max.
So we just thought it would just be easier.
It would just make it so much.
Max.
Some of there was like the Family Farm Homestead, and I'm thinking it's just a Happy Homestead. So we just shortened it to make it a little bit more accessible for people to talk to us. So the Max.
The Max.
That's what we go by most of the time anyway. So I thought that was I kind of worried about the name change for a while because I went on another live and someone was like, who threw for the Max? So I got a little worried. So I'm glad that somebody brought that up. So.
And also we have meat chickens.
I hope, look, in about 6 to 8 weeks, when we do a live, and I hope when we go to process and butcher time that she's like, meat chickens.
Hey, I'll run and catch them and bring them to him like this.
Yeah,
and then he can do the rest.
Like a while ago, we were messing with the layers and the roosters, and she's like, all right, you got to help do this. And I'm thinking, and then she's like, we got to take some of the roosters out. Since we're butchering, let's go and butcher them too. And like, she's all giddy about it. So I'm thinking, well, let's go with it.
Yeah, I separated my my hens, y'all. When we got home, I knew that some of them were going through the molting process.
That's right,
Stivers. And of course they just get roughed up by the roosters. That's just part of it.
If you want sustainable eggs, you need roosters. But if you want pretty hens, you don't need roosters.
So we got home and I was like, Colby, our hens look terrible. So some of their backs, like this much of their backs, like bigger than the size of my hand, have no feathers. So I told Colby, I was like, I'm worried they might have mites.
We have 4 roosters too, so that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah. So, but y'all seen me throw some out. So y'all had seen my little dilemma there with them where I told y'all that my chickens were getting beat up on, my hen, so I threw some of the roosters out. But when I got home, I was like, y'all, they still just don't look good. So I was worried about them having mites. So one of the things that we did today is I gathered all my roosters up. I went in the pens and I caught the pens and I caught all the roosters. I threw the roosters. I bet those 2 roosters are still out there fighting.
Yeah, we have 2 roosters that are alphas. Both of them are alphas, but our chicken coop where our layers are is big. So they really have I mean, he'll do his little cockadoodle-doo thing, and this one then will turn and do his cockadoodle-doo
They
thing.
fought
And so
they fought. There was blood flying I got the water
Feathers.
hose and sprayed them down. I was like, y'all got to quit that. When I quit spraying them, they were right back at it. Y'all should have seen those roosters.
Yeah, overlooked. They were molting.
Yes, so we went
Yeah.
back in, pulled the hens
just to
Colby-
make sure they're healthy.
Yeah, pulled the hens. We looked up under their feathers, not all of them, but we got several. Looked up under their feathers. I pulled the wings back on their back. I saw no evidence of mice.
Mhm.
No mice.
No evidence of mice. Mites.
Mites. No droplings.
Forest.
No mites running around anywhere. I mean, they look
Hey,
good.
Karen.
I think they're just getting terribly beat up.
Well,
They're
the roosters,
molting as well.
Hey, Paula Joe.
So, I told Colby, I said, I just want them to have a break. So we're gonna leave the roosters. I figure I'm gonna have one dead rooster.
Yeah, they were duking it out.
I'm talking, y'all. We were out there for an hour and a half, and they did not stop fighting. Like they were still fighting. They got to stay in the pen together, though. They're going to give my hens a break. I'm going to add them back in probably late February, and because I want my eggs to start getting fertile again, because that's when I'll start incubating again. And I want to give an update on our chicks that we come home to, because several of y'all know have been watching our videos.
The sick chicks. We have 3 sets, but this is the sick chicks.
We've got the meat birds. They look amazing.
The meat chicks.
We have the ones that Broody and her friend hatched out, a total of 7, and they look great. And then I incubated a set. And after a lot of discussion and research, I think we have finally nailed it down. So I would go out and feed everything that's been in the garage. I would go out and feed. Aiden would do the rest of the chores. And then each girl was going in the garage and would feed them too. I always assumed that a chicken would eat what they wanted and leave the rest alone. If they were done, they were full, they wouldn't eat it. Apparently, some of them will gorge themselves. And I think that had been going on for days. And after those days, because I noticed that they kept staying real full over in their stomach, I believe they got impacted. And after they got impacted, their gizzards soured. And at that point, there's nothing that you can do for them, really. We had
grit out and all that. It was just simply my kids overfed.
They were gorging themselves. They literally made themselves sick.
Hey, Farmstead Talk.
So what I have even been doing with these, even our meat birds, I had noticed that I left the pen in there. I went out earlier. Some of them, like their gizzards were slap full. So I took the feed out and went back a few hours later and checked them. They were great.
So we don't typically keep 24-hour feed for any animal, period, except for our cows. Our cows have food all the time. Grass and hay.
Have you said hay to
I did. I tried to hit everybody that was here. But with those chicks, where we were feeding in the mornings like we always do, and we let them eat it all out, we didn't realize that our kids were feeding too. And they had not eaten a lot of their oyster shells or a lot of their grit. So I think that's exactly like what Missy said. They were eating so much because they were chicks and didn't know any better. So they just kept eating. Now the 6 or 7, 6 left.
We have 6 left, and they look
great. They're actually doing wonderful. I think
as of right now they are.
Hey, Sarah Chop, love your southern drawl.
It's very southern.
It's southern. Somebody said today they're like, don't lose the southern drawl.
I think it would take a long time for me to lose this.
Lose the southern drawl.
I love incubating. I have 2 Sportsman incubators and hope to start hatching.
That's the fully black chickens.
Okay. Oh, those are awesome. Seen those.
Yeah, those are awesome Simpson farms. They're a little bit smaller chicken. We're used to getting a bigger chicken. We usually stay with the Buffs or the Americanas. Even our olive acres and Easter eggs are a little bit smaller than what we're used to, but the Jersey Giants and things are bigger chickens.
And initially, the only thing that I could think and process was something had to go wrong developmentally for all the chicks to be affected.
Hey, Heather.
So, but I didn't do anything different, y'all. I didn't do anything different. It was the same incubators, temperature set exactly the same on everything. I candled them all.
Hey, Christy.
I did everything the same that I have always done. So I don't